Here on Cats and Cosby, we has Seamus Bruner. He is the Associate Director of Research at the Government Accountability Institute, working with our dear friend, Peter Schweizer. And Seamus, you have some very interesting details about where some of the money is coming from, some of these big No Kings protests, and we're worried about more of them here in New York, with Zora Mandani potentially at the helm.
Hey, Rita, it's such a pleasure to be with you. And yes, you mentioned my colleague Peter Schweizer and I, we follow the money. We followed it to the top of the protest industrial complex, what we are calling Riot Inc., which is networks of NGOs backed by foundations such as the Rockefeller, Arabella, Tides, and Soros networks. There's many others. There's foreign-linked funders. One's tied to Mamdani, like Neville Roy Singham. They are fueling the chaos across the United States. And for all the cringy content and memes to come out of this No Kings 2.0 mobilization, it's not a meme. 1 million, perhaps millions of Americans showed up. They aren't all paid operatives. Some of them are, but not all of them. They are real people animated by a professional outrage machine. And so that danger, it's not that it's fake, it's that it's engineered emotion on a mass scale. So we found a ton of money. I'd love to unpack it with you.
Speaking of which, it is enormous money. $294 million. By the way, who is Arabella? Tell everybody. Arabella, overwhelming, according to your research, Arabella's 79 million to these No Kings. Soros, according to yours, is 72 million. And a lot of those people out there, maybe there are people out there who are obviously a lot marching peacefully, but there's a lot out there with these pro-Hamas signs. And also there was a couple people with saying, oh, Charlie Kirk deserved it, talking about his assassination. I mean, what are they funding?
Yeah, so Arabella is an advisory group. The Arabella Advisory Group advises a number of funds that the New Venture Fund is a name, the Windward Fund, 1630 Fund, Hopewell Fund. There's more than half a dozen various funds. And what these are dark money pass-throughs. So George Soros is a major funder. Bill Gates has been a major funder of these various Arabella funds. A Swiss billionaire named Hans-Jörg Wyss. He's a foreigner. He should not be pouring money into our political process. And what that money can do is summon protests in every major city with one digital command. It's kind of crazy. And this is just one division. The Riot Inc. is just one division. They also fund the climate alarmism. They fund a fair amount of migrant resettlement and open borders policy advocacy. Basically, it's the beating heart, the dark money machine of the left. Most people have not heard of it, but it's really starting to come into focus.
Absolutely. Judge Weinberg.
It's good to talk to you, Seamus, and have you on the show. The problem is that you have organized institutions, foundations, NGOs, people who have money, too much money, and not enough common sense of funding a war against our constitutional system. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's exactly right. I mean, this No Kings thing, I mean, again, it comes up with memes and cringy content, and it's kind of, some of it's funny to watch, but it's very serious. I mean, that they can pull this many people into the streets. It's the political equivalent of a standing army. It's really a turnkey movement that blurs the lines between activism and coercion. You see, people pantomiming, teachers pantomiming the Charlie Kirk assassination. And what it really is showing and exposing is the left's normalization of political violence. I mean, you just had Virginia AG candidate Jay Jones openly fantasizing about putting 2 bullets in his opponent's head. And it's not fringe, according to the progressive thought leaders on the left. He was endorsed and defended after those remarks came out by top Democrats like Tim Kaine and Hakeem Jeffries.
Seamus, nobody's attacked him. Nobody's asked him to withdraw. The entire Democratic establishment, whether in the state or the Commonwealth of Virginia or across the country,
not a single
one of them have done anything to get this clown out of the race against a very fine gentleman who's a current Attorney General, Jason Miyares.
Exactly right. And so what these Riot Inc. investors were calling them, the Arabella Tide Soros funding network, what they need to do is be putting out statements disavowing what they've caused here with all of this, again, the pantomiming of the Kirk assassination. Many people, more than I can count, with signs wishing that the bullet had actually killed President Trump and not missed. They need to be putting out statements disavowing all of this kind of stuff. But instead, just like with Jay Jones, they circle the wagons and act like it's not fringe for people to be advocating for political violence. So this is really, really sick stuff. And so it's kind of shocking for normal people like us in this audience to see. But, we need to keep exposing it, and something needs to be done about it.
Yep. Seamus, please keep us posted. Very, very important stuff. And also, if you find out any more on Mamdani, let us know too as well. You guys do such great work, Seamus.
Thank you very much.
Seamus.
Absolutely. We will. Thank